tea, y'all.
Get down tonight, Daddy.
It's time for Reality Gays. We're here to cover another reality show. And while the video plays, just sit back and let go. Now, you may be thinking, where'd the theme song go? We made this little switch because copyright's a bitch. We got 90 Day, Mormon Wives, Lalo, and more. And now you can watch us, you whore. You like to watch. You dirty slut. Yeah, you know.
Like it, don't ya? A little too much. Ooh, moist.
RG on YouTube, y'all. I want to show my creamy shoulders. And maybe my nipple. Poodle, no! Okay. I need to correct the record. I think a lot of people have been saying that we are a gay podcast. And I just need to say, we're not a gay podcast. We just maybe do gay things on this podcast. You know, this isn't like occasionally I may do a gay thing. This doesn't make it a gay podcast. Does that make sense?
You're because a fully formed person with many multitudes.
I don't know if I'm building houses full of straw or bricks or women being different pies. But I just know this is not a gay podcast, even though we do gay things.
We do.
It's not a gay podcast. Just like Sincere says his relationship is not toxic.
It's not toxic.
He just does a couple toxic things.
He does toxic things.
The amount of bullshit that this man has spewed.
Oh, God. I can't believe I was attracted to him, but then I can because...
I can. I think he came across... It was about week 2 where I realized, oh, this is all bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I think if we met his mother, we would learn everything.
Boy.
I think we might. Because I guarantee you, this guy is mama's special boy.
Yes.
And
yes.
I promise you, this woman is absolutely insufferable. And this, like, it's this, like he talked about people pleasing and things like that. And then I think someone said, it's more than people pleasing.
It's more than that. And that conversation, I wrote lengthy notes about that conversation because, well, speaking of toxic.
This is Love Island.
Y'all, this is Reality Gays. I'm Mattie.
And I'm Poodle. And we are two ridiculous homosexuals who love nothing more than tearing reality television a new one. And I'm back. Thank you for Jessica, right? L is for Losers podcast.
Yes, Jessica, L is for Losers. It was, we had a great time. I really appreciate it. People really left a lot of comments like that. It kind of blew open some of their thoughts. I mean, I know you didn't listen to it, but something that she described that I thought was fascinating was this idea, 2 things. One, that not as an excuse, but just all these kids grew up in the pandemic.
Yeah.
And that's where they learned to have connections with people and to build, quote, authenticity was online.
Yeah.
And how that's affecting them and playing out in real time now that they're in their mid-20s. So we had a fascinating conversation about that. And also, and she credited this to another TikToker. She couldn't remember her name, but she said, but this idea that Love Island has set up what a matriarchal and a patriarchal society looks like with Casa Roma versus the villa. When the men come in to the villa.
Casa Amor. Casa Roma is the restaurant.
Casa Roma is the Mexican restaurant in Ardmore.
When I wasn't here, were there just rampant errors?
Probably.
I know some people already pointed out errors on your episode with Kim Cray.
Just one. I said Ari instead of miserable bitch.
It looks like some type of retraction thing. If you go to our comments, it looks like there's just a listing of all.
I don't read the comments. I don't. But this idea of how the men came into the women and how it was about service to women. but where the women came into the men, it was about the sexualization of women. And it was a fascinating conversation.
I have some thoughts about that too. One of the things I was going to say is, regardless if the women are picking here, the way that women have to move here, regardless if they're just different than how the men have to move. Because there's always a patriarchal culture in this show.
And we talked about that. So
yeah, that's weird, because I was thinking about that, especially in regards to Dylan, whose feelings are as special and rare as male feelings are.
I think Dylan's a little jealous of Zach and Bryce.
Oh, you know who I realized? He realized, you can look this up. I don't know if you'll know his name immediately. He looks like Jake Lacey. Do you know who Jake Lacey is? Mm-mm. He was in the first season of White Lotus. I watched also White Lotus. In All Her Fault. He looks like he's like a younger version of Jake Lacey, Lace. Some people are saying Paul Rudd, but it's Jake Lacey.
I think it's Lacy.
Lacy, that's what I meant.
Yeah, I could kind of see it. He's boring. I'm like, I don't know.
That's one thing. I don't know if I can say he's boring.
I don't trust him. That's what it is.
He's there.
Yeah.
The whole
I don't know if he's there for the right reasons.
The voice break. It's almost like he's checking out the camera angles. Have you seen that?
Yes. That's what I've been clocking. Yes. I actually feel that way about he and Caleb actually now.
Oh, Caleb was such a sham.
Yeah, I agree. Caleb was a sham. Oh, boy.
I also have this, Kenzie has been a lightning rod the whole time. And I found this kind of takedown on something. And it basically said, everyone's talking about Kenzie being with like 7 different guys. No. Yes, there have been 7, but think of the progression. She picked Zach. He wanted nothing to do with her.
Mm-hmm.
The next thing she was Corbin picked, or she was trying to get with Sean. Sean really, I don't know what was going on. Sean didn't go anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Corbin picked her, Kenzie.
Yeah,
and then she was recoupled with America, put her with Caleb because they thought that might be better. And then she tried to make that work. There wasn't really anything there.
Well, she also kept saying Caleb. She said, blonde guys are my type. She kept saying that. Saying that. Anyway, continue.
So then she's put with Caleb. She still kind of has feelings for Corbin, although I don't know what was going on there.
Feelings for Corbin, but then she wants surfer babies.
She wants surfer babies with Gall, and those but I want to be clear. She told everyone and broadcast to everyone what she was doing. It's not like Sincere.
No, it's not like Sincere. Well, yes and no, though. But she was, and that's the point of this movie night, that with this movie night unfolding, we do see her saying the same things to guys that she said before.
So what? I would say.
But yes, but I mean, people feel like there's a way to, because y'all remember, this show isn't about love. It's a fucking game show.
Yeah.
It's a fucking game show. It's a competition. And so the people that I'm finding out, and again, we're talking to Jessica about this, who has watched many iterations of the show, the people that do well in the game are the people that have this kind of radical honesty. So then nothing comes back to bite them in the ass.
Right.
Or they do what Bryce and Trinity did and kind of lock in way early on.
But here's the thing. I don't know if a woman can do this, quote, radical honesty thing.
Because I think that,
because Rob Roush, who was on this show of the Traders fame, Snake Rob, was that way. He was open and honest with everybody and dated a lot of girls.
Mm-hmm.
But if you put Kenzie next to him, the Hester Prynnification of Kenzie, who gets slut-shamed for all this. Yeah. And then Dylan has the nerve to make her explain over and over again and almost do penance. By the end, everyone in the villa is throwing rocks in the pillory at Kenzie.
That is like, I was like, Dylan, she told you once, like, bro, you're good.
And he's like, my feelings and blah, blah, blah. And it was, shut up.
I also think I don't think Kenzie's dumb. I don't think that at all, actually. But I think Kenzie is very in the moment.
Yeah.
She is looking at what's like when one of the girls said she's in love with whoever is giving her attention. I think there's some truth to that she's just, who's in front of her is who she is kind of giving her. Again, she's a performer. She's a dancer. So it's like, I'm giving you my all. And then that scrambles people's brains when she's able to do that same kind of behavior with someone else. Cause then it makes it feel like it's inauthentic. I would argue every one of these relationships you just laid out to Kenzie, she felt very invested and authentic in every one.
She's playing the game. She's playing the game,
but I think
more than any of the girls.
Really wanted Corbin. She really wanted Caleb. I think she really wanted Gal. She wanted them all in that moment.
Yeah. It's like me. I fall in love with every man I get railed by.
And you're a slut too.
Justice for sluts. Hester Prynne was a slut too.
She was. Anyway, yeah, that's that is kind of what we're talking about in this first episode too, because we're the massacre of movie night.
And because I wasn't here, I gotta say I wasn't here last week. I'm not gonna really belabor what was, I'm sure you guys already talked about, but a couple things I've noticed. This is our last full week. I think we only have maybe 4 more episodes.
Yeah, that's a good note to y'all for the finale. We are actually, because we are dedicated. Not gay queens, but just queens that do sometimes gay things.
No, this is not a gay podcast.
It's not a gay podcast.
We do gay things.
We're actually going to record our show right after the finale on Sunday night. So it'll go up sometime on Monday on our YouTube. Listen to me when I say this, y'all, because of our ads and the way we work with our podcast network, we can't just drop an episode, just freely on the podcast feed. So willy-nilly. Thank you. But on the YouTube feed, it will go up on Monday, the entire episode. If you want to wait and listen to it on audio on the podcast feed, that's going to drop on its normal Wednesday slot. So there you go.
Yeah. One other thing. I am now certain we're not in Fiji.
Oh, God.
I am 100% sure.
Oh, no. How did they get an owl there? How did they get an owl?
There's owls in Scottsdale. We are outside Scottsdale. That whole water park was a sham. It was assembled the day of. We went on, Trinity and Bryce went on one date outside. We never had any idea where they were. They were flown out to Lake Havasu. I am convinced.
Okay, I did do a Google, and there is a place that says Big Bula Water Park that looks exactly like the water park they were at.
Promise you. We were in Arizona. This goes all the way to the top.
Okay.
I can't prove it.
Yeah,
but I'm going to try.
It's never stopped us before.
That never happened. That never stopped Tenful, Hattie.
No.
We're in Scottsdale. We're in a soundstage outside Scottsdale with lots of stupid plants.
I appreciated because it was very fitting. And a lot of you're not a classical music nerd. I enjoy that the beginning of this episode played Flight of the Valkyries.
Yes,
of course. Really is apropos to...
Actually, not Flight, Ride of the Valkyries.
Ride of the Valkyries. Thank you. Very apropos for the women just like at all the men in this. And it was well played with last week we had, the kind of Anaya and Casey and Mel and Sincere, but the women to be so angry. And then they do show Kenzie's reel, and all the women just go like,
yeah, this looks bad, Kenz. This looks bad. I'm going to say this. If men did this, I think they were calling her like, oh, this is giving Sincere. That is not true. They're doing this, and it's also they're also trying to say that Kenzie. The one thing that Kenzie did, and I will agree with this, is she and Corbin agreed. They kissed and they agreed not to tell anyone. That is fair. That is a complete lack of honesty.
And she lied about kissing other people when she said she wouldn't. She did lie about that too. She said she wouldn't kiss Corbin again, and she did, and they showed it.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. They lied about it. Yeah.
Yeah, but she said, I think it was Caleb at the time, she said, I won't kiss anyone, and she lied.
Yeah.
So but I agree with you. Sincere is, way more, and what the girls brought up and what the girls are really good at doing and the guys are not, when they showed Sincere's reel and he says, to Amora, I know if we would have had more time, you would have been the one, no doubt about it. There is this, Corbin did this, and this is what they talked about. The men, not all of them, but did a bad comparison game of, I need to take down the other woman I'm dating and diminish
like Corbin
her.
with Kenzie, yeah.
And whereas the women didn't do that.
No.
For the most
and
part.
Casey with Anaya. And this is it's kind of moving into the fact that what's wild is on the last episode, Casey is getting this strange hero edit. Like he's a romantic hero now.
He stuck the landing. He stuck the landing.
Not 6 episodes ago, he was calling his girl at that time grandma, saying I was filling her cup up every time, talking shit about her every chance he could.
Mm-hmm.
And so this edit I find extremely strange.
Yeah. That edit and the edit we'll talk about where suddenly everyone wants Mel and Sincere to be a couple and we should love them again.
It's nuts how all the girls are enabling it now.
Like Trinity and Anaya are horrible friends.
I agree.
Horrible friends. Horrible friends.
100% agree. They've been so down on Sincere the whole time.
Yeah.
And now they're like, well, I guess it's inevitable.
Well, and even in this episode, kind of going back to episode 26.
Episode 26, movie night, part 2.
When Mel says, again, kind of like Sincere, he's not toxic. He just does toxic things. But Mel says, it sucks when you're with a good person who doesn't treat you right. I would push back and say, that's not a good person. A good person, to me, the definition of a good person is someone who says what they mean and they follow through with it with their actions.
They're of their word. Yeah.
They're of their word and their actions. Yeah, but I wrote on here, she was talking, I went, oh fuck, you're not done. You're not done yet.
No.
And until you're done, there's no talking any sense into you.
I'm going to say this. I could actually see them on the outside together. Because both of them, she needs this type of relationship.
Yeah, you said
she needs constant drama, constant chaos.
Mm-hmm.
She needs that to feel normal, and that feels worth it for her. And he needs to be always saving this girl in crisis.
Yeah. What did you think about Kata confronting Zach about why he never told her that Alana was kicked off? But I know her voice is terrible. I had a sure bet when we did the karaoke challenge she wasn't going to be able to sing. Kind of knew that one was going to follow through. Right. But what did you think about that? Because Jessica and I talked about that a little bit, and I do think it was shady for Zach not to say, I talked to this person, and then they left because they said
the issue.
Horrible shit.
Here's the issue. There's a lot of stuff he cannot say, or wasn't told.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't know. I don't know if they were even told why she had to leave.
Probably not. They probably just said she has to leave.
I don't even know how much they can talk about on camera.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if this is not. I don't even know if this is a topic we know all sides and we know a lot about.
But I think it's a little bit unfair to the gameplay, and it shows how the producers are manipulating things in that they showed in the movie night them talking about her being asked to leave.
Yeah.
So they they brought up the plot point in their own footage.
Right.
And so now they're dealing with the collateral. Another thing we did talk about, which I think is interesting on last episode, that, again, we wouldn't know because we hadn't watched before. Jessica says that first hideaway was the soonest they've ever done a hideaway on Love Island.
And they only did one other.
And they only did one. To me, the fact that Trinity and Bryce had a date but weren't able to go to the hideaway is a travesty. And it, I think the producers need to look in the mirror and ask themselves what kind of person they are.
Well, they already
it.
fucked, so it doesn't really matter.
But they need to be able to. But you know, Trinity
here's the
would
thing, though.
use all
Remember,
those whips and chains.
I got to correct you. The cast members decide who goes,
Which is stupid.
So I have to point. I don't think that matters what you said. So I think if there would have been another hideaway, I don't think the cast members would have given it to them because they're already set.
I guess that's what. Yeah.
My thing was there was one date, one fucking off-site date.
Yeah.
The entire time, and the water park thing, which I believe more than ever we're not in Fiji.
It was weird that the women got to go to the water park so the guys could stay home.
I don't know what it was for.
It was like they almost wanted to set up this KC proposal.
It was almost like it was producer initiated to give him some type of redemption arc. Who knew?
Who knew?
Because I will say, this doesn't feel like KC, the one that we know.
No, they took out a floppy disk in his back and inserted another one. It's a rebooted. Well, that's more Corbin, but
I'm going to say this: the person who was kind of with Anaya, he did finally apologize but he took 3 tries to do it. He was still pissed off and resentful about it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I feel like we're giving him so much credit for, I don't know.
We do, but think about that. We do that in society. When men fuck up and men apologize and quote are vulnerable, we all applaud them and pat them on the back. When women have to do that on a daily basis.
I agree though, but I'm saying it took him 3 times. Yeah. He had shitty apologies the first 2 times.
Yeah.
And
So, all right, let's talk about the mass dumping of episode
27.
27.
Caleb is very upset about Jaden, who gives him no reassurance.
Who? Totally forgot about Jaden. They brought her. I was like, who is that?
Jessica Alba.
I completely forgot. I don't care about them. It's, again, he just wants to be, I think people, like a sissy commented, they saw like a pool floaty for sale at like a Walmart or something, and the picture on it is Caleb. It is. I'm pretty positive. Like the guy's just here to be fun. So to me, this is episode 27. They're like, oh yeah, Jaden and Jen are here, and we need to cover them so people remember.
Poor Jen. Didn't have a chance in hell.
No.
But they're fighting about something, and she's like, I don't know how you grew up. Like childhood memories, we're just kind of disconnected. And I went, but what's happening here is this is the problem that exposes is the show about these people. They're put together, and if you don't find these people comfortable, you can't be vulnerable with them. Mm-hmm. And it's like what we've seen before with Love is Blind. Forced vulnerability doesn't work. It creates artificial bonds.
Yeah,
that aren't real.
It also is. What am I missing? Because I don't mean, but
a lot.
Well, we do. Gal, really? Like, I don't get it. This guy, the bad hair, the bad and the milquetoast personality. Like, I'm just like, to me, yes, I don't say poor Jen. I'm like, girl, you chose wrong. That's what it was. Yeah, there was so many guys that came.
I agree with you. This guy is a type that a lot of women, especially a lot of women in California, like Los Angeles women, pursue.
And maybe he's an anti-type to a lot of the other guys who look like gym guys and bro guys with all the tats and everything that have fucked them over.
It's the kind of femme, quasi-sensitive persona.
And it's what Bryce has, but Bryce does it in an authentic way because that's who he really is.
Yes.
He's this.
I would say that Bryce isn't femme. And what I mean is
no, but I mean there's a softness to Bryce.
Yes, but for Gal, it's performative.
Yes,
that's the difference.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's authentic for Bryce, and for Gal, it feels like y'all that mustache is a sign for a mask. That's all that is.
Yeah, you should run. There's all kinds of guys like this all over Venice. Yeah, you could avoid.
Yeah.
I just gotta say. When I think they're talking about Anaya is like, I'm still team Mel and Sincere. And I went, of course, because your picker is one of the worst.
One of the worst.
Possibly worse than Kenzie's.
We can't feel bad for her.
It's really interesting about her. I think if you were to give her 3 or 4 years age on her, because what is she now, like 23, 24? Or she might be even younger. Maybe 6 years. She'd be a great Love is Blind contestant. She'd be great on that show.
She is 23 years old.
Yeah. On this show, she's inexperienced, and which doesn't work well for people here. But Trinity's young too, but Trinity's got a certain worldliness about her.
Trinity has some street smarts, and
Yes.
Anaya.
I am convinced that Anaya was sheltered her entire life. And even when she did have guys, I think the parents were her dating life was very tightly controlled.
Yeah, because Trinity is 22.
Right. And Anaya, even when she's with Carl, there's absolutely zero chemistry. I will fight anyone to tell me that there's chemistry there.
I don't feel like I love Anaya, and Carl seems fine, but they don't have any chemistry.
This guy, this is a controversial take. I'm probably going to be. Everyone loves this guy, and I don't have a problem with him. This guy's acting a role. He knows what he's here to do, and even when he said to her, and here's where I knew it, when she was, this guy's Dudley Do-Right. And I'm not saying that could be some people's persona. That's the rom-com guy. That's not real. That may be what you think you want, but that's not real, and it's not what you want in life. You want people with flaws. This guy is going to be really careful about showing you any of his flaws. He probably hates that he even has them. And
so what is the difference to play devil's advocate? Yeah. Because who sometimes he'll remind me of, and because I connect to what you're saying a little bit. And what's the difference that triggers you differently with him versus like Cameron from Love is Blind, who was kind of this very well put together guy, said all the right things, like was a really good guy, but we felt like it was so authentic.
Awkwardness.
Oh, that's true. That Cam had that awkwardness. He was
this guy. I'm not saying he's performing because I don't really think it is. Also, this man, let's take into cultural context. This man's half Asian. He is performing an identity. That is what his life is.
It does feel like this kind of faux suaveness to him.
Yes. And I'm not saying it might be so.
Wow. You hate Carl.
I don't hate him.
Y'all,
I don't hate him.
Send the message of Jake it or fake it. He hates Carl.
I think he's probably one of the hottest guys on this season.
Oh, God.
And his
hair always looks perfect.
It is when he said to her, and this is the point I went, oh, we can perform without knowing we're performing. When he looked at her and she was in her bonnet.
It's coming from you?
Yeah. I'm performing 110% of the time. He looked at her in her bonnet, and whenever I see her in her bonnet, I'm like, who's that? Because like for some reason, I can notice when she's without her makeup, she looks like a completely different person.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, who's that? Oh, that's Anaya. He's like, I'm sorry, I probably look awful. And he went, no, you're a natural beauty. And I went, who talks like that? It just...
I don't know. I totally agree with what you're saying. Maybe we're wrong and his name should have been Sincere because maybe he the only one is. But I agree. It does.
It just it's not even that it's bullshit. It is this guy he looks like this. People expect a lot. So there's a level of performance that goes on. Mm-hmm. He's also probably one of the first Asian men on this show.
I haven't seen enough episodes. Wouldn't know.
So I think he knows what he has to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's some of that. I don't think he's a bad guy, but I don't know if it's going to read as completely authentic. When you keep saying someone is from a rom-com or it's like they dreamed up my perfect guy, then it is too good to be true. And then she gets here and you start looking at her face and you go, she's kind of happy, but in the same time, she kind of needs someone to fight with, like a KC. It's...
I don't know. I don't think Anaya has any idea of what she needs or wants. Because I don't know if she needs that either. I just don't think she has an experience to know. But more importantly, speaking of not knowing, Jen says, who the fuck does not put maple syrup on pancakes? He can't do anything right. That was that felt, I wanted Mother Poodle to say that in her voice. That felt so Mother Poodle adjacent to me that she made that joke.
Yes.
Let's talk about this recoupling quickly. First of all.
Oh, I'm so sorry. One more thing before we move on. I can't believe I was trying to figure out. I think this was in last episode, but I just want to bring it up. One more thing about Anaya. She had something in episode 6 where she said, all these guys, you knew that Casey was saying this. You could have told me. And I went, but the girls were telling you all these things.
Yeah,
the girls were telling you all these things. And I went, I don't know if you can blame the guys. Number one, guy code is so strong on these guys. They might, and the thing is, what I would go to Anaya and say, remember when Bryce would try to steer you away or kind of ask you leading questions about KC? Mm-hmm. That is the guys trying to tell you they're not going to narc on other guys.
Mm-hmm.
And it's foolish for you to think that's going to happen.
The girls flat out told her.
And I went, you've got to take some responsibility here.
I think when she watches
she's so inexperienced.
I think it would be very beneficial for her to watch this back.
100%.
I think she would probably get a lot from it.
I don't think she's not right for this show. She's too tenderhearted. Give her 5 years and put her on Love is Blind.
None of that matters to me right now because I need it. Y'all, Ariana Madix, no
green
notes.
Dress.
No notes for this entire season.
Oh my God. I even liked the next dress we're going to talk about even better.
Oh, all of them. I felt like she wore this for you because it was very Grecian.
Yes, and you could almost see her labia, which I appreciate.
Which is something that you would wear normally. Yes. You would love a cutout that just showed your hip that.
That showed my hip right there. I got good hip lines.
And these curly extensions were fantastic.
Whoever her stylist is, first of all, they are the faggiest, untouchable queen you have ever seen. They just glide on air.
Yes, they make La Roche look like a butch top.
Yes. They don't even speak. They communicate everything in hand gestures.
Yeah. And if Ariana suggests something that they don't like, they actually have a shock collar on her that just goes. Bzz. She's scared.
Oh, sorry. Are we talking about the
recoupling? It's kind of what we thought. Bryce, Trinity, Zach, Kata, Corbin, Parmita, Dylan, Kenzie, Carl, and I, Casey, Tierra, Sarah Mella. Jen is left out. Jen is dumped. She's leaving the villa. But the plot twist is 4 more Islanders are leaving, and they have to vote on it. So it's kind of, we could talk a little bit about the voting drama, but you know,
It's not a surprise.
there weren't any. The only surprise to me, and I agreed with her, was Mel and Sincere's vote for oh my god, I'm just playing for Kenzie.
Just say the whole thing again.
Yeah. To me, the thing that was surprising was Mel's vote for Kenzie.
Yeah.
I felt
Kenzie
like
and
Dylan, I felt like that was spot on. And for that vote, and then who was it? I'm trying to look at my notes. Who was it that said Melanie and Sincere? Oh, when I gotta say, in all
Corbin
of this,
and
Parmita grew on me.
Me too.
I did not like her at first.
Crazy Persian cat.
I'm going to be honest. I put Kardashian assumptions on her, and there's part of that. But
There's not much more.
This bitch is a real one. She's owns.
Like, you guys are toxic. Sorry,
and she's like, but she's like, I know I work out. I look good. It's different than Corbin, who has this like grandiose, narcissistic, he does, because he never shows empathy actually and caring about other people. But you can tell Parmita, she doesn't say she's a girl's girl, but she fucking is. And she fucking writes for them.
Parmita's
I kind
a
of
star.
love her.
And I would not be shocked if we saw Parmita on something like Perfect Match.
Oh, yeah. You're right. She is a star. I'm fully a fan.
Parmita is a star. I would not be surprised if we saw someone like Kenzie on Perfect Match.
Oh, boy. Yeah. Yeah. So
I think those are the guys are harder to choose to see. I don't think we had a good group of guys. I think there's Bryce. I also think people have brought up Zach a lot, and I kind of defended Zach because I thought he was a good shit stirrer. What I decided is Zach knows what he's there to do more than anybody else.
Yeah, because his brother told him.
Yes, and he was an influencer before this.
Yeah.
He was a pretty famous influencer before this.
He's probably the most prepared person for this show.
Yes. And people are.
Can I just say, I actually think he would be a little bit more deceptive if the person that was going to win this game is the man he's in love with.
Yes.
If it was somebody he didn't care for as much, I think he would fight more to be the number one top couple. I say that because we see the reaction later on of Zach and Kayla whenever when they're not chosen by America.
They
and how much
haven't
that upsets
had any emotional issues the whole time, but then Zach took to his bed.
Because America hates me.
All of a sudden, like a woman with the vapors. He's taken to his bed.
To his bed. So y'all dumped from this is Jenna, Maura, Gal, Jaden, Caleb.
Who cares?
Bye. Let's talk about episode 29, y'all. It's karaoke night.
It's karaoke night, sponsored by CeraVe.
Okay. That's
because when I think CeraVe,
thank you.
I think karaoke.
Thank you. That's what I wrote. I went, what? The marketing didn't translate well on this. Like even if
a massage challenge.
Or massage. If it's a karaoke challenge, get like a Ricola, like a lozenge company. I don't know, something for your.
Here's the thing: they had already planned this, and I think they found a sponsor. So it's clumsy. It's a definite clumsy.
This is a nothing burger of a challenge, really, because it's just for them to like bond and be like. There's except for who won, but for us,
say,
it hurts more.
This is, I think this is detrimental to human beings to put this on television.
I literally wrote, I'm like, can good-looking people not sing?
No,
which isn't true. We know that's not true.
I really do believe that. The other issue, though, is there's something about it being filmed in this way and without any vocal sweetener that makes it worse, more cringe to watch than Faces of Death for someone like me.
Okay.
Like I would rather watch like a bloated corpse hit by a train than what I had to watch.
I agree. It was
really bad.
It was horrible. I will say this. One thing it did do that kind of surprised me. The people that surprised me in this, I was surprised at the level of commitment of Corbin and Casey.
I agree with you.
I was kind of like watching them. I went, oh, wait. I don't like either of you. I think you both are really boring and you're trying to be all broy and masculine.
Yeah.
Da, da, da. But the way Corbin jumped in and kind of was silly, I went, oh, I didn't expect this.
Yeah. I didn't expect that either.
Zach and Kata were everything I expected. When she came in and she went, hey,
and then she like went down the octaves like, and my life.
And ironically enough, Kenzie is the one who could sing the best.
Yes, I went, wow, she's on pitch. And bitch was jeteing, jumping into his arm. I got to say, and I don't really like Dylan, but he was doing crowd work.
He was doing crowd work.
Should have won. Before we talk about the karaoke thing, can we talk about Kenzie and Melanie's conversation?
Oh, yeah, when they repair kind of things. Yeah.
This, I think, is very interesting. Melanie says, because Kenzie says, you know, you're my best friend in here, which, you know, is very shifting. But I don't know why you told me that I should be eliminated. And Melanie says, I didn't have any ill intention, but I did not think you were done exploring. And I went, that's interesting. And I went, I think there's something to that because she was slut shamed. So she felt like she needed to get serious with one guy.
No, I think if she wasn't shamed, I agree with Mel, actually. I think if she was not shamed, she would still be exploring other connections.
I kind of agree.
Because again, I go back to whoever is in front of her is like Kenzie gets enamored with.
And then Melanie, who holds grudges, so you can tell, she's like, well, I don't know if you
so
are
does
my
Kenzie.
best friend.
So does Kenzie. That's why she voted for Corbin.
When Soul was here, and I went, that was 3 weeks ago.
That was 3 weeks ago. That was a long time ago.
And Kenzie says, well, I knew she was having a hard time, but I wanted to be there for her. And she's like, but, you know, you were pulling Trinity and I to talk to you. And finally they said, Kenzie starts to cry. And I went, this is why, and I will argue this point to anyone. I think Kenzie's one of the most authentic people on this show.
I think she's authentic, but I think Kenzie takes things too personally, which makes her good reality TV, like when she had to talk with Parmita and TT because she was upset about their votes.
But that's her authenticity.
I don't think Kenzie is a girl's girl. And
100%. I would agree with that.
And I think that's what the women are feeling, but not saying. But I think Kenzie would totally take your boyfriend from you if she thought that was the right guy.
But I'm going to say this. I think to be a girl's girl is so much harder to be a guy's guy.
Yeah, because guys don't fucking talk about shit.
Well, I think it's easier.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, they don't. They just push
girl
things down.
code is much more layered, much more complex. To be a girl's girl is a lot harder.
Yeah.
And I would say to be a girl's girl isn't really helpful on Love Island.
I don't think to be a girl's girl or a boy's boy.
Ooh, I'm a boy's boy.
The problem is
I'm a boy.
You got to play here. Yeah. Well, you're kind of a little bit more of a girl boy. But the problem is you've got to play the game because you have challenges like we just had where your quote friends will vote you off.
Yeah.
So, because that's the way the votes went. The votes did not go about the testament of the stronger relationships. It was friend night. They all voted for their friends. Mm-hmm. That was it.
And all the old school OGs too.
Yeah.
So I think we're now to the karaoke contest sponsored by CeraVe. And part of me is like, I grew up singing.
I don't think you did. I don't think you did. Singing what, honey?
They should have drowned you if you would have grown up singing. So anyway, the men are like, and then I went, wow, they're paying for these songs.
Yeah.
Wow. Anyway, I gotta say, Ariana, this look with the blazer and the glasses.
It looked great. It looked so great.
Die for. And I wrote down again, this is so embarrassing. This should never be filmed in this angle. Karaoke should only be filmed in a montage way that shows us the best. never in a full wide angle shot
They just
that
set
lets
it up.
us see the gross light of day that is karaoke. That's why karaoke is done in darkened clubs where people are drunk. Because if you did it during the day, people would vomit. People would be appalled.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why this was so awful. Its
Yeah.
context is everything.
I agree.
Karaoke is for hushed corners and drunkenness. Not this.
This is something you know a lot about.
I do. Hushed corners.
Yeah.
This Parnita and Corbin saying Dilemma by Nelly, it's a mess.
Oh yeah, it's a mess.
Yeah. It's an
I will
absolute
say TT and Casey's choreography to Ain't Mo Mountain High Enough was adorable.
I gotta say
And I was
this.
surprised that
I
Casey
agree.
tried to sing the harmony.
And I wrote down, must we try the harmonies?
I know. I was like,
I also went, and then they kind of start shouting because I'm going to say this. Most Motown songs, especially Marvin Gaye songs, are extremely hard to sing.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
yeah. Yeah.
If you're going to be Diana Ross and Marvin Gaye, you should be singers.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Then when Zach and Kata start Endless Love, I went, this is, the thing about this is it was
He did look
so-
hot the way he would look at her when he sang. That was hot.
He's not everybody's type. He's extremely my type. He is so hot to me.
Oh, he looks like a Greek statue.
He really does.
He really does.
They do Endless Love. Kata's so bad. He's not awful.
He's not awful. I actually think he's probably the best guy.
He's one of the
singer.
better male singers. Yeah, totally. And I went, this was good comparatively, but none of them are good.
No.
And Kenzie's like, Zach, and it was slower. It was intimate. So let's talk about Mel and Sincere doing You're the One That I Want.
That was the worst one for me, actually.
I'm going to say this. If you can't do the John Travolta part up the octave, you should not be doing. You can't say, I got chills, they're multiply. That's the first thing out of your
Again,
mouth.
that's
You should
that's
at least
actually
try for it.
That's a hard song for a guy to sing, actually.
Very high.
It's
to
very
sing.
high. Yeah.
Melanie's totally awful. Find a key.
They're they're awful.
I wrote down help. That's
It was-
y'all. But my whole thing. I was watching this with other people around. I was grimacing the whole time.
I will say this. Arguably one of the sexiest songs in this karaoke list. A song that, once put on the mat, brought a couple of Camila Cabello and Shawn Mendes together because the song was so sexy, it solidified nothing. Nothing.
I wrote down there is
No
zero
chemistry.
chemistry here.
There's no chemistry in this song. It's Señorita. Like fucking nothing. Anyway.
Trini and Bryce sing No Air.
I hate this song. I hated it then. I hated it now. I think it's stupid.
Same.
How tell me breathe with no. The lyric makes no sense. What are we in
At least
space?
I wrote down at least he's terrible. She's not bad.
They do a lift.
They have a good time with each other.
They do the lift.
And
They do the lift.
And then the show starts with Kenzie and Dylan saying, Don't Go Breaking My Heart. This is a great choice because you're already dealing with a campy, fun song.
Mm-hmm.
And so the commitment, the dancing, she can sing. She's a dancer, so she choreographed it.
Yeah.
Dylan
Yeah.
can move. And everyone went, whoa, ours was awful and this was an actual performance. So
Yeah, everybody just kind of set. I'm going to say this, and they're probably around our age. Their parents are probably between the ages of 45 to 55.
Yes.
Probably, maybe 60. Still, it's a travesty to me. This shows to me that this is inadequate, bad parenting, that none of these parents showed their children a seminal film. Why didn't someone sing I've Had the Time of My Fucking Life?
Yeah.
They're, to me, probably the best duet, love duet to say it fits the show. Like,
I agree.
I mean, because
You know
the
what?
Mel and
They-
Sincere, at least they chose a song that fit their relationship.
Yeah, they may not have been able to get the rights. What happened was
I bet they don't know. I bet they don't know the song Poodle because we're old.
And I guarantee you they had a choice. They had a list of songs that were approved already because this was probably what they had to choose from.
The male register is in a very low register. It's easy for men to sing.
Yeah. I've had the time of my life.
It doesn't get whatever.
Mother Poodle did a synchronized swimming routine to that after we did ours.
She did it with adults?
Yeah. They had a synchronized swimming class. My mother took synchronized swimming too.
Well, that's good for her of being an adult and trying something new. It's always good to be a student.
Well, I think she wanted something to do.
Because Father Poodle wasn't really giving her any attention.
Yeah.
And her boys were grown, involved in their own activities.
And she was the star.
Oh, she was the star?
Yeah.
Did she try to drown any other people?
No, it wasn't really a competitive thing.
Honey, when you and Mother Poodle do something, it's always competitive. Sorry. Yeah. I think
if I'm walking across the street, it's competitive.
It's competitive for you, yeah.
So y'all, it's bad. The Dylan and Kenzie run away with it.
But this is where it comes into play. Kenzie and Dylan could have been on the chopping block, but because they won, they're not. I can't believe. Yeah, go ahead.
Tinfoil Hattie thinks there's something weird here.
I'm going to say this. I'm sorry. I don't know. America, the state that the United States is right now, we are pretty fucking dumb here. We have got a lot to work on.
Mm-hmm.
However, I do not believe that America chose Mel and Sincere over Zach and Kata. I wrote
100%.
The producers put their hand in this to cause drama.
100%.
This is fraudacity. It's just to sound like people in our government, voting was rigged.
I can see them choosing Casey and TT. I can see them kind of hoping for redemption there.
Well, because
I get that.
TT is, we all love TT.
Yeah,
TT's fucking great.
But I can't see them wanting Melanie and Sincere.
No.
If so, America really needs to re-examine their values of relationship.
Yeah. And it turns out no loss in that they're probably going to go be pretty on the outside world. Corbin and Parmita get dumped.
Yeah.
So there you go. Let's jump into episode, it's a little short, but let's jump into episode 30. Again, we kind of already talked about it, but Zach and Kata are spiraling. As you said, Zach takes himself to his bed.
He is taken to bed.
What we get in this episode is our bromance. It's Rice.
Bryce checks. He's like, "You good, bro?" And he's like, "And then did you see him walking hand in hand?"
Yeah, walking hand in hand. And
later on,
we get the quote, "Remember when I saw your dick before Trinity did?" And Bryce looks at him and goes, "You did, bro.
You
did, bro.
I think can we move on about where Dylan is talking to Carl, and that's where Dylan talks about his gossamer-like feelings and that are worth their weight in gold. And Dylan's like, "Is America feeling like how I should be feeling? Did she stop with me because she should? And I went, there's no one else left. Why are you concerned?
Why are you concerned?
I'm sorry. She should have, the minute this guy started doing this over and over again, she should have said, look, I can't prop you up like this.
Yeah.
I can't prop you up. And I really do believe he kind of teared up. Some girls love this. I think she got the ick right off.
I think so too.
I think that whole thing.
She doesn't want to be with, I still think because she's still resentful about it, Kenzie doesn't want a relationship. Girls just want to have fun and bang people. She still wishes she could bang Corbin.
Yep, I agree. She's just
going to
that's
probably
slam.
her number one pick out of everybody is Corbin.
Ugh. God, terrible.
But yeah, she's going to clam slam. I think there's a lot of TikTok about clan slamming out of hate.
Yes. But then Dylan says, Carl says, if you're seeing these patterns, you should bring it up. And Dylan's like, I'm worried what's going on that I'm not seeing. I really wonder what my mom thinks. Go home to your mommy. Go breastfeed.
Okay.
I hate this guy. I did think he was attractive, but I hate him.
I don't love him. No.
Anyway, he's also this other part of this the nasty side of this is a controlling side. Where you need to make her apologize again and again.
Again, where we get the piano version of Torn.
Yes, I caught that too.
Yeah. It was a well played. It was, again, like to me, now Kenzie later on, that's another thing Kenzie doesn't do. Kenzie doesn't say she's sorry because Kenzie doesn't feel like she's done anything wrong.
She's not sorry.
She's not sorry at all. She finally just says it.
Can I say this? That when he's talking to her, he's like, he starts saying, I was feeling really sad this morning. So already trying to set her off, trying to set her off foot. Mm-hmm. And he goes, I've been thinking about movie night. And I went, but you watched the show before. You knew everything that went on.
You saw the episodes before you went in.
You saw everything. How dare you act like, it refreshed my memory. Shut up.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I think about Sean. What about Sean? She's like, I was never with Sean. And this is where it's really interesting. Something switches in Kenzie's head that goes, I refuse to do this. And he's like, this is coming from my heart. And then she says, I hate that you put that it's a pattern. And then she says, I've said things to you that I haven't said to anyone else. So she's having to explain herself. And then, of course, Dylan goes to Zach, men's rights champion of the villa. Mm-hmm. And that then they have to have another conversation because he's still not satisfied. He's like, sorry, I froze in the moment. That's your problem. Yeah. And then it's like, you told me you want to bring me home and you said the same thing to Caleb. That's not true. I actually went back because what she said is it'd be fun for you to go back to Kennesaw and we would go in the lake. It wasn't about.
I wanted to take you back to meet my parents.
Yes.
Got it.
And we would go to the lake. And Dylan actually accuses her of lying. He says, there's some lying going on. And then he says, this is so manipulative and gross. He says, how am I supposed to believe anything? In other words, this is actually just, I think, this kind of shit, y'all, when men do that, mean they hate women. When you say, how can I believe you're just a lying slut? Mm-hmm. And also, so what's she going to do? She can't apologize for what she's done.
Hate and or will never trust women. Mm-hmm. Because it's been ingrained in them that women are not trustworthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, she's like, nothing I say is good enough.
So she finally just said, it's gross.
It's even the women are like, it's enough. Let it go.
Yeah.
And you can see her light start dimming. That's what I hate. Kenzie is beaten down.
She is beaten down. You can see that. Speaking of people we can't trust, let's talk about this conversation with Sincere and Mel by the dock.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all.
The most bullshit ever.
I was actually watching this yesterday and taking notes on this episode. And I just took a little break and checked my Instagram. And at the same time, a sissy messaged me about this. And I said, that's hilarious. I just wrote it down. She was watching the scene and said, I thought of you because I know what you're going to say. And y'all, you do. Future faking.
Yep.
This guy is talking about all the life they're going to build on the outside. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And Melanie, hook, line, sinker falls into it. I mean, I really hope they fuck before they leave the villa because I think maybe that would break. I think their sex is going to be terrible because we don't know if they say they didn't bang in the hideaway.
I think she'd make excuses for it.
No, she would.
Yep. Because the way she's been brought up, he's been brought up to treat his women like queens, but that also means treating every woman you meet like a queen.
And when you prioritize everyone the same, then you're prioritizing no one.
Exactly. And she's
Yeah.
brought up to kind of tolerate toxic men.
Mm-hmm.
Because I bet
Yeah.
guarantee you meeting her parents would be interesting as well.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Anyway, but y'all, episode 31, we're going to the hideaway, and they give it to Mel and Sincere.
They do give it to Mel and Sincere. Oh,
What do you
Yeah.
What do you think of the Carl and Anaya scene with the Buddhist beads?
Before that, I want to, when they choose Melanie, I just want to say, when Sincere is packing to go to the hideaway, just a tip for men out there. Don't talk about bringing baby oil to a sexual event. It's too soon. It's hashtag too soon, y'all.
Do people use baby oil for sex stuff?
I don't know. I don't want to know. And it doesn't matter. If you do, that's fine. But you guys, you can't talk about it because
I agree.
It's just, and if you don't know why you can't talk about it, then go Google. But it gives me it eeks. If a guy pulled out a bottle of baby oil with me right now, I go, nope.
After what we know,
ain't happening.
Just Google Diddy.
Yeah, ain't happening.
You're right. I think baby oil is going to have a reputation for a while.
Johnson & Johnson's is pissed off right now. Their sales probably have plummeted.
Baby oil.
Ugh. So to answer your question, I did think it was sweet. I think it was, again, we don't know with this guy if it's authentic or not. If it's authentic, I think it's great that Anaya is seeing a guy like this. And like we've talked about, she's still not going to choose him at the end of the day.
No.
So because again, look,
She's with him because that was the one guy.
Take it from us. Take it from two gay men with horrible pickers and just a carnage of past relationships.
I resemble that remark.
You take it from us. Y'all, you don't want a good guy. We've tried it. And it never takes. And we're the problem. We know.
A good guy is okay. A guy from a rom-com who seems to be the perfect guy.
Perfect guy. We've tried it. And guess what? He's married now to some guy who looks just like him. They wear the same glasses. They live in Brooklyn and they have 2 dogs and they're working on adopting a baby.
2 babies. Twins.
Not me. That's not how I roll.
The other thing is he's going to be in Denver for PT school. That's like 2 years.
3, actually. I looked it up. And I think he says 3 years. Yeah, he's just starting. I looked up. He got his, interesting when you talk about like his cultural, like why he has to perform sometimes. His undergraduate degree is in Asian studies.
Exactly.
And so his master's is in PT. He's going to Boulder, which all the guys in Boulder look like him.
I know.
Have you been to Boulder?
I know men, there are some kind of, especially mixed Asian guys like this. You are grappling with a certain type of identity and masculinity that takes up a lot of your time.
Well, we talk a lot about this. If you don't know a lot about this, like kudos to taking it back to OG. Kudos to Kevin Kreider, one of our favorite theme songs. One of our favorite theme songs. Bling Empire. But he talked about
hot.
He's so hot. He's also so fucking nice and just a good guy. But he talked a lot about on that show about Asian men and masculinity. If you don't know that, if you're like a white person and like, what do you mean? Watch the first season of Bling Empire. It's very informative.
Yeah.
And then the one woman died and then it wasn't as good.
That's true. But y'all, this is never going to happen. She's going to go back to I got to say, is when he said, you're a natural beauty, that I just went, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think he's a bad person. There's absolutely no chemistry. You, Anaya, Carl, truthers, you need you need to think about this. You need to think about what this means for your life, and also know that it's never going to happen.
I think I have something more important to talk about, if that's okay, that you truly, I think, could. I will say, I don't know anyone in the world of podcasting who could weigh in on this
There's
like
a lot
you.
of pressure.
Because out of anyone I've known in relationships, your
I think I know where this is going.
creative use of terms is on another level. So this is
Like my man friend I'm seeing.
yes, this is going to be, I think, the definitive podcast to decide. I want to ask you, what is the difference between three things: boyfriend, girlfriend versus exclusive versus a situationship? Poodle, I yield the floor.
This is all in the eye of the beholder. I think for straight people in general, the boyfriend and girlfriend thing feels familiar. We know what it is. For this show, it feels like a big thing. And I think because heterosexual relations are by an essence a series of rights, in other words, RITES, where there's boyfriend and girlfriend, then there's going steady, then there's the engagement, then there's marriage, and then there's the eventual divorce.
No, for a lot of you. Again, take it from us. Take it from someone who's been divorced 7 times.
Yeah, all of them were a boon. Here's what's happening. Zach is desperately trying to find a way out of that. Mostly because Zach has read the writing on the wall, knowing he's going back to Australia after this is over. And Zach is being a realist in part of his brain, but I do think he has feelings for Kata, but he has to be so in the game right now, he can't think of anything else. Yeah. Strangely, Zach is someone who is of his word very strongly. He is not going to be girlfriend and boyfriend unless he completely is in.
Yeah.
Now, Kata definitely wants to be his girlfriend, and it's a bold-faced lie for her to say she doesn't want to be.
It was a lie. Now, do you feel like
the situationship thing with Trinity? Let me clarify this. This is a little judgy on Trinity's
not a little.
account.
I want to say it's a lot judgy. First of all, I get it. They all are weighing in on each other's relationships. This is a different dynamic than the real world. Say something once, and if it doesn't land, then you never say it again.
Yeah. I also think
let it go,
the way Trinity's sense of humor is a little rough, which I enjoy thoroughly.
Yeah,
with someone like Kata, you can't do that.
Kata is very sensitive.
She is.
How many memes do we have of her just looking up, going? She's crying. She's like, I'll be honest.
I liked her at first. She annoys the shit out of me by the end.
I'm kind of indifferent about her.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. Okay, well, thanks for not clearing that up, but sure.
Well, but I do think Trinity's version of what relationships are. She's 22 years old. She thinks that it's very much a binary. You can be boyfriend or girlfriend. Anything else, she doesn't get. So she calls it a situationship.
I thought 22-year-old, I wanted to be a binary. And then you get 47 years old and realize real love doesn't exist. So you're just in an open relationship fucking everybody.
But that's real love for some people.
Well. Oh, well. Because, Prince Charming's dead. Let's move on. So I don't want to mention the water park because you've already covered it, but this is where they go.
What a waste of an episode.
It kind of was. They do the water park. Again, we've talked about this a lot.
The boys are devastated they didn't get to go, by the way. But I'm gonna say this. Water parks are fun in your teenage years and your 20s, but I guess the men acted like this was some type of trip to Vegas.
Well, no, but when you're in your 20s and you're sitting on this island, I think it was a bigger deal. They would have really enjoyed that because you're thinking different things.
Disgusting.
You're watching going down this slide and thinking, my hip's going to hurt so badly tomorrow when I'm trying to walk.
I think about the lazy river and how it just feels like sitting in urine.
It actually would make me feel better that we were the only people at the park.
Yeah, because water park denizens are scary.
Yeah.
They're just like have long toenails and things like that.
Yeah, it's just that's
Freaks.
where you go get MRSA.
Yep, I agree.
But that's how I feel. I'm gonna say this,
Amoebas.
but again, they had to plan this thing with Casey.
I think this was producer initiated.
I think it's producer initiated.
Like it was.
But I gotta say, not because of KC, but just because I love Tierra so much.
I liked TT's reactions. Yeah,
I was moved by her reaction.
Yeah.
And then I was kind of moved, like, oh, I'm in my feels about this. And then she said, I love him. Don't tell him that. And I went, no.
I have a question for you. Is it a scavenger hunt if the guys give all the clues away?
No.
As we're walking.
This is not on the guys. This was on Tierra. She is a bad scavenger hunt / escape room person. Because she immediately was like, it was pretty easy. They're like, oh, there's a photo here. Maybe where else should she go to? And she kept saying, okay, what's going on? What's going on? And kind of angry about
I also feel
it.
like a scavenger hunt is not something you go into without knowing what it is. So
it would be like surprising you with the scavenger hunt. I couldn't do that because the whole time you would be questioning the gameplay.
I would be finding
you would
things.
But you would be fighting like
I'm good at those.
But as soon as I told you, that's what they needed to say. They needed to say to her, it's like I would have to say, Poodle, this is a scavenger hunt. And then you would get it. If I didn't tell you, you'd be going, this doesn't make any sense.
And all of a sudden,
what are we doing?
Hey, that's what I would have been doing. And all of a sudden, it's like they were in Dogville by Lars von Trier. Everyone was walking around going, I don't know why we're here. I don't know.
Just
There's a
tell her
picture
it's
here. And she's like, what are we doing? They're like, I don't know. I'll see you later.
Casey should have written a note saying this picture is the beginning of a journey, blah, 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 scavenger hunt. But Casey doesn't know how to write words. A PA should have written, named Denise should have written it for him.
Here's the problem. They had to have all the guys kind of take them through things because that way it's some type of weird hero's journey they all get to participate in. I was left, only because I like TT that I liked this, but I was kind of like, okay, that's over with. They're boyfriend and girlfriend. So what?
So what? We already
Anyway.
knew. Y'all, we hope you voted.
That's the episode.
That's the episode. We hope you voted. America is voting for the finale, which is on July 12th on Sunday.
Who do you think is going to be the final four? Who would you vote for?
I mean, obviously, I think no one else is winning this but Trinity and Bryce.
Oh, it's Brinity all the way.
Yeah, it is Brinity all the way. I think so Trinity and Bryce. I think I feel like Zach and Kata are going to end up being in the top four.
Me too.
They're just kind of like
You too. I think they're the last slot probably.
I feel like because of the way they this whole karaoke challenge and everything and the hideaway, Melanie and
I
Sincere
100%
locked
agree.
in.
I can't believe I agree with you, and I don't want it.
And I feel like the next one, it would be between Kenzie and Caleb, or
Kenzie and
I'm sorry, Kenzie and Dylan, or Anaya and Carl. I think because of all the slut shaming, Kenzie will be knocked out, and it's going to be
agree.
Anaya and Carl.
You don't think Casey and TT?
Do you think? I don't know. Who do you think? I think Kenzie's gone. Anaya, that's it. Anaya versus KC. Who do you think would be?
If before this episode, I thought it would be Anaya and Carl.
You're
But
right.
I'm going to say, y'all, the Anaya and Carl people are delusional. You can come at me if you want. I will still stick by this. If you're an Anaya Carl truther, you are delusional.
I think when it comes to the game, again, I'll say it again. Casey stuck the landing, and I think they're going to be in the top
I
four.
agree.
Right.
I think it's those four. I think it's Casey, TT, Mel, Sincere. I cannot believe I'm saying that.
Yeah.
And Zach and Kata and Brinity all the way to take the gold. Take the money. And they deserve it, because I still think of the funniest thing I heard all season was when Casey was complaining about something about having to come back from blah, blah, blah. And Trinity goes, well, still you rise, I guess.
Still you rise, I guess. That was great. That was great. That was great. I'm going to say,
you need a show. She needs
to
more
me-
than perfect match. Trinity and Bryce need to host something.
I'm
They're
still
incredible.
I'm still bitter. To me, in the top 4 should have been Gabriel and Beatrice.
Oh, that's so far back, but yeah.
I think Gabriel still should have been.
I wonder if the girls would have rethought choosing Caleb for Gabe.
And Corbin.
Crazy.
Because the girls ended up hating Corbin. Anyway, y'all. Okay, that is the show. That is your episode. We are closing this out. All right. Thank you.
Not yet. We've got another game.
Oh, no.
My favorite segment.
Okay. All right. It's time, y'all.
This is how it should be done, because without me, who knows what happened last week.
It was great. People loved it.
Did they?
They did.
You heard from tens of people.
Yeah, it's a viral meme for us on our Instagram. You're welcome.
Did you say you're welcome?
Yes. All right, y'all. It's time again.
It's time again. This time, our show philosopher, Kenzie, with her quotes. This time it's time to play Kenzie or Kafka.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
So did Kenzie from Kennesaw, the Pride of Kennesaw, Georgia, say it, or did Franz Kafka, author of Metamorphosis, The Trial, The Castle, and Chronically Depressed Person?
Yeah, I wasn't really known as a happy man.
Hey, but what's Kenzie got going on right now? This is more of her style. Surrealist author, wrote books and essays about bureaucracy and human spirit crushed by corporate greed, kind of like Love Island,
kind of like life.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm gonna give you a quote, and you have to decide: is this Kenzie or is this Franz Kafka?
Kafka. All right.
Yes, I saw where he was buried in the Jewish cemetery in Prague. It's very impressive.
No one cares. No one cares.
I really love going to cemeteries.
I actually do too. We can't talk about this. Just play the game.
All right, here we go. First quote, is this Kenzie or Kafka?
Mm-hmm.
I no longer know if I wish to drown myself in love, vodka, or the sea.
Oh, God.
I know.
Because I'm imagining it said like, I no longer know if I want to drown myself in love, the vodka, or the sea.
Yeah, she had a rough 2 episodes.
Yeah. And they're there in Fiji.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Kenzie.
Incorrect. Franz Kafka.
Fuck.
Yeah.
God, that was a trick question.
He had a rough life.
That was a trick quote. All right, what's the next one?
Next is, your next quote is this Kenzie or notable depressed author Franz Kafka?
Mm-hmm.
It made me feel like I was watching the Titanic. It's interesting context there. Because Kafka could have been around during the Titanic.
Was he alive? I don't know when he was alive.
Yeah, he was alive during the sinking Titanic.
But I remember from the karaoke challenge, she's talking about Zach and Kata. This is Kenzie.
You're correct. Yeah. That was
back on the
trick
board.
question. Next quote.
I like how you had 2 about this ocean together. That made it difficult.
It's all based on a theme.
Oh, yeah.
For me, kissing is kind of like shaking hands.
Poodle Anthony.
True. Although that is, I'm not an option right now.
Okay.
Is it Kenzie or Franz Kafka?
Was Kafka a very sex positive person?
Metamorphosis is kind of sexy. It's not. It's about a bug.
I'm going to say
He wrote letters to a woman named Milena. So, yeah.
I'm going to say Kenzie.
You're correct. Yeah.
All right.
Next is your next quote. Is this Kenzie or Kafka?
Okay.
I am a cage in search of a bird.
Well, was Kenzie looking for the owl?
Should have rough episode. Yeah.
Maybe she's. I think this might be Kenzie again.
Incorrect. Franz Kafka.
Shit.
Yeah. No, in your defense, she was really waxing philosophical there.
You're throwing some hard ones at me this week.
I agree.
You must have had a fucking in Greece because you're coming prepared.
I know. Your last question is, your last quote is this Kenzie or Kafka? And it is this one. We are both very good looking and we both work out, but we can also get deep in shit. Is that Kenzie or Franz Kafka?
I'm going to say, based off the dramatic reading, it is Kenzie.
Incorrect. Trick question. It's Parmita.
No! That's not fair.
Parmita said that. Parmita.
That was a trick question. All right.
We can also get deep in shit. We're very good looking. She almost sounds like Cartman the way I do her.
She does.
She's like, we are very good looking and work out, but we also get deep in shit.
All right, everyone. That is your episode. We've got 4 more episodes. We'll see what America votes tomorrow on Thursday. So
I'm not going to remember any of these people in like 6 months anyway. No.
I
might remember Kenzie.
Next week, Love is Blind UK is going to hit, and we won't remember any of these people.
Not next week.
Or next month. Sorry.
No, it's August.
Next month.
That's scary.
I guess I was talking. That scared me. I guess there's no Love is 90 Day UK.
Let's hope not.
We've heard nothing about it. It normally airs in July. We've heard nothing.
It was awful last season.
I don't know if we're going to cover it. But
I don't think we said we weren't.
We'll see. It did give us Gibbon and Turkey, but that's another thing. Y'all, thank you so much for listening. If you're on YouTube and you're watching, hello. Thank you for watching.
40 years.
40 years. Thank you so much again for what. Now, reminder, if you enjoyed this episode, share it, post it on Reddit, wherever you talk about Love Island with all your Islanders.
Tell your kids about this show if they watch it.
Tell them about
share
it.
your kids with us. You'll have to explain who Franz Kafka is, though.
Did you say share your kids with us? That you meant it not that way, but
share
you said
it with your kids. Sorry.
Oh,
that's a different meaning.
We can't say that.
I don't want your kids.
No, we don't. We don't.
I don't want any part of your kids. Unless your kids are like 23-year-olds and
okay,
home.
we're gonna go. You thank y'all so much. Follow us on YouTube if you haven't. If you're watching this on video, thumbs up the butt. Thumbs up the butt. Give us a thumbs up. Share it if you're listening on the podcast. Leave us 5 stars. And if you don't know what to say on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, you can always say, keep going Queens. We appreciate that. Come at me on Cameo, Poodz. Not because he gets too involved, but you can come at me on Cameo. You can also, y'all have been asking, a lot of you, like, I mean, y'all, I don't know what to tell you. They're like, oh no, I didn't buy a Yike shirt. I really want that shirt now. Well, we told you had a week to buy merch. Don't worry. We'll be doing merch drops.
Yeah.
I don't know when, but it will happen again. So if you wanted a Yike shirt or
you might have one more chance, and then I don't ever want to hear about it again.
Oh, you can't. But let us know, and we'll see next time if we can include those things for you. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening, or thank you for watching.
4 more episodes, y'all.
4 more episodes. That's finale's on Sunday night. We're gonna podcast right after it, and our episode will be out on Monday on YouTube, and the audio will be out on Wednesday at its normal time and slot. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Villa see you later.
I hate it.
Jess didn't like it either.